So thank you for watching. Yes, we came to the end of the journey. Well, the second dimension of the rune journey. So the journey continues. It's getting more interesting all the time. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I've been, the last couple of days, the last part of this rune journey with combining the runes, some of the runes separately, like the Eiwaz. Now we folding back the last two runes. Can you see this one? The Eiwaz rune, the rune of the yew tree, in Dutch the Eif, taxus. And this is the Jera, the rune of the year and also of the harvest. And as you can see, it is also this one. It looks like a skite, like so. It's very much the tree of death and life, and also this looks like a skite, like so. In this way, it's a kind of a double harvest, and connected with death and rebirth. So it's a very nice rune to end this cycle with folding the runes together, starting with Feu and Dagas. And this is, I call this the rune of initiation, this combination of runes, because of Eiwaz, it's really the tree of initiation as well, the tree of death and life. It's got so much of the symbolism. I've been talking about this before. And also when you look at the sky, often death is symbolized with the skite in his hand, like cutting down. And when you look at the tarot cards, it's like the start of the cycle is the Fool, and the end of the cycle is the Fool as well. The number, the 0 and the 22. And yeah, that is. I think that is very smart of the tarot, and because it is when we come to the end of the journey, and this is not the end, of course. It is like when you are at the beginning of the journey. It's kind of the same thing. When you are at the end, you are at a new beginning, and the fun of the journey is the journey itself. And that is the fun, if you don't like the journey, you won't like the result as well. So I am often a little bit disappointed at the end of the journey. And luckily enough, it's not the end of the journey. So now we're going to have a next step of this journey. I wanted to show this painting here, empty now. I put all those runes that I have been making over the all these runes, these combinations of runes that I've been creating the last couple of weeks, and they all have a meaning for me, and probably if you travel with me, it might have a meaning for you as well. And I really like some of these combinations, like this one. It's like in the middle you see the Hagelos rune, and it's going in both directions, and then it's protected by two Turisas runes on the outside, and together it makes like it's the Hagal rune in the middle, and like Heimdall has his all-seeing eyes, and in this way you can see these eyes appearing in this symbol. And Heimdall, of course, is also the protector of, in a way, well, together with Thor, they protect the Asgard. So this is also a beautiful rune of protection, and with being awakened like Heimdall is, seeing sharp as the eagle. And well, there's no ears on this one, but he can hear the cross crow, of course. And the wool on the backs of the sheep. Anyway, so this is the end of this part of this journey, and now we will go to the next step. We have now folded the 24 runes together. We created 12 new runes, and I can go through them all, but I probably won't. We started with Fehu, Dagas, bringing the spirit, bringing the awakening, the breakthrough into the material. That was the start of the journey. Fehu, then we had the Otala and Urus. Anyway, we've been going through this over and over again, so I'm not going to do this now again. The next step is bringing the 12 runes, folding them back again, and then we create 6 Bindrune, 6 combinations of runes. And already I've been placing these runes in the 4 directions, and the upper world and the underworld, or that's 2 directions more anyway. And they are there for a reason, and why I place them there, it's through my guidance of the first voyage, the first journey that we undertook. It had a certain reason, but I don't know if it is really, yeah. Probably you want an explanation, but we're working with mystery anyway, and just follow the journey and just see how it works. I just had a new inspiration of how I'm going to create the next painting, because I can show you the next video when we start off with the third dimension of the rune journey. We are really going to travel through space, and we already did a little bit. So now we're going to travel to the 6 directions. And when we start in the east, where we arrived right now, we arrived in the east with Eiwaz and Jera. We will find, of course, where we started with Fehu and Dagas. So now we're going to bring them together, these 2 runes, and I have made a nice paintings before of this combination of runes. It looks really nice, and of course now we need a map. So I've been in the first journey that we made. I already made maps with the 4 directions, the runes of the 4 directions, and then runes of the upper world and the underworld, and then I made also paintings of the 6 directions, all in this painting. And now I had a new inspiration. Like there was a woman, she asked for about on Runes on Magic. She asked about the Vekvizier, the Vekvizier. You see it often. I cannot pronounce that right. You see it often used nowadays. It's 16th century Icelandic magic, and it's a beautiful symbol to look at, and it's often used. And I like to create my own. I when you travel through this rune journey, when you start to you listen to my stories or create your own stories, just use what I'm telling you as an inspiration. I know that I received these inspirations from powerful spirits, and I know that for a fact, really. But yeah, okay. Yes, but so it's funny to say so, that you get something from spirit and you know it as a fact, but they are pretty powerful spirits. And I'm a bit quiet for my own what I've been saying right now. I like this symbol as well, the Fehu in both directions. It's like the crane for the cranes for me, like also about harvest and things like that. I don't know. Anyway, so I was talking about pretty powerful spirits that sent me on this journey, but it is really nice if you take this inspiration and start to walk with this yourself, find your own meaning, and you can use the Vekvizier, of course, you can use these Icelandic symbols, but it's much nicer if you create your own magical protection shield with the runes on the 6 directions, or maybe even 14 directions. There's this kuboctahedron, that's a certain sphere that is really powerful. It has like the dice, like the cube. It has like those 6 directions, but when you cut the edges off, you get 4 triangles on the top and 4 triangles down under. So then you have like 14 directions. I don't know if you can visualize this, if you can understand what I'm saying. And it is eventually it is exactly the painting. Well, now I have to show you the painting. Wait one moment. I'll be right back. I put it down here somewhere. Where is it? Here? No, it's not here. Oh, you can hear me talk anyway, but I found it. I will be back in a few seconds. Here it is, the painting. Yay, coming down. Here it is. So this is a very interesting, in sacred geometry, this is a very interesting figure. You first have to take the circles out in your imagination. So just look at the straight lines. You see the line coming from the corner, going to the middle of this line, and then it's going back to the corner, back to the middle line, and then to the corner and to the middle line, corner, middle line, back. So that is the star God diagram. They call it sometimes, and this is a pretty interesting sphere, and it creates like 9 worlds as well. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you've got the middle one. So that's why I was intrigued by this. That's another reason why I was intrigued by this symbol, because I was always I had also been making a painting with a weaving of lines with 9 circles, and then I saw this square, and then I saw these 9 worlds, these 9, and then I was like, I wanted to study it more, and then I wanted to know, this is for sacred geometry lovers as well. I wanted to know how this sphere, forget about the circles, just the lines, what it would create in the 3rd dimension. So, and then you get the cuboctahedron, just the sphere that I described right now. Like it has a cube, and the corners have been cut off, creating triangles. And then you have like, it's facing, when you would make points on the direction, like pyramids on the squares, and triangle pyramids on the corners, you would have like moving into 14 directions. So that is really a very stable sphere. It's some people of sacred geometry studying, they say the cuboctahedron is the most stable sphere in the universe. So this is the 2-dimensional picture of that sphere. And then you see the 4 circles I have painted in there, creating a magic appearing picture. And of course it is magic, and it's even more magical if you understand the world behind it. It's all about imagination, and it's about your feeling, being alive, wondering about life, and wondering about who you are, and what life is about, wondering about the gods and the great mystery. That's what it's all about, and it's just a fantastic journey, and I would love to say you never quit. There's a reason for everything in life. There is a reason for everything in life. I have so many beautiful experiences in my life. I was so blessed by learning how to pray, and maybe just knowing how to pray already inside of myself. I guess you all should know how to pray, but it is mysterious, of course. And I just remember this time that Ted Turner, one of the richest, he was once one of the 10 richest persons of the world, and he created CNN, and he has all the biggest buffalo herds in United States, creating good fast food restaurants. That was his idea. Anyway, we met this man, and we performed for this man, and that day he might invest in this Viking town in Norway. And I was, everybody was really excited because he might invest in this Viking town. And so I started to pray in the morning with my sacred chanupa, with my sacred pipe. And when I walked back, I was seeing a little wanktail, this big, sitting on the road, and he was looking at me, and I was talking to this bird, being in this sacred space of prayer. And this bird, it didn't move, you know. I thought it was injured, but it was not. And I went closer and closer, and the bird just trusted me with this big, shiny eye. And I came so close, I made photos of this little bird with my camera, with my telephone next to the bird. And if you don't believe, I can show you the pictures. I have it somewhere in my Facebook pictures. I have that picture. And so that day we met that Turner, and he did not invest in the Viking Festival, but whatever. You know, it was interesting to meet one of the most richest persons on the planet, of course. But maybe you understand what was more impressive for me. When I was laying in my bed that night, you know, I was thinking what really impressed me, and it was that little bird, of course. And I was so blessed that Creator showed me this. You know, it's a story that I carry, that I can walk with in my life. You know, like, and Creator, great mystery, creates moments for you when you pray, when you go into the forest, when you pray, when you learn to pray. And maybe find a sacred altar to connect with. Maybe we need elders. We need elders. I needed elders. I needed people that could guide me, that have been walking this road a longer time. You know, they have been moving beyond their ego. And, you know, I have my ego, and sometimes my ego carries off with me. But I have also been, taught to look at my ego, so I know a little bit about what my ego can do and how it can stand in between. And maybe, you know, of course it's still part of my life, but you know, I have been very much blessed in my life, and with great teachers, and being recognized by a lot of beautiful teachers. And, it's all about continuing your way, you know, when you are in this dark spot, you know, like where you cannot go any darker, you know, you cannot go any darker. So that's beautiful. Then you can go up, and then you start to pray and find a way. You take this rune out of your back, and you think, wow, this one tells me something today. And maybe you need somebody to explain. Okay. Have a beautiful life. Thank you for watching. Blessings for this day. We have a beautiful sun here shining in Holland over the water of the Haringvliet. And well, anyway, thank you for watching. And in a few days we start a new journey on Thursday. This Thursday, what is it? Today it's 11th of October, so I'm not good in counting that fast, but this Thursday we have at 8 o'clock Central European time, 8 p.m. in the evening, we have a Zoom meeting. So please join, and I will ask you €9 if you want to join. If you don't want to donate the €9, you're probably welcome to. A little bit less welcome, but you're welcome to. Okay, blessings, bye, have a nice day. I'm so happy to be telling stories. I have to stop this video. Where's my arrow? There it is. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm so happy to do puppet shows during the week, and the weekends I tell stories in the archaeological park. Well, archaeological park is a historic park, so I'm in these medieval houses, these Viking age houses, or sometimes in the prehistoric houses. So I can be the prehistoric shaman and tell stories of all old traditions of the world, and of the stories of the girls. I love to do this work and entertain the kids and teach them something, you know, just something to hold on to sell a few CDs of our stories. And anyway, I found the arrow. See you next time.